Enslaved family's descendant sues a company for $900 million. I smell money, and I think it's real. See what you think. Wall Street Journal, Nealon Youngblood. I love that name. And not just because he's filthy rich. An American physician, political figure, co-founder of private equity firm Barrows Capital Group, is righting a family wrong he says was perpetuated by one of the country's largest oil companies. He and his family are suing ConocoPhillips, accusing it of depriving them of the fortunes from oil-rich land in South Texas bought by his ancestors. They were freed enslaved people. They are seeking more than $900 million. Generational wealth stolen. That's the allegation. Lawsuit may be a long shot, according to several lawyers in the energy sector. Youngblood, a fixture in corporate boardrooms, Democratic political circles, says he is undeterred. Dallas-based investor said a verdict against ConocoPhillips would rank as high as any deal he has closed, and with a nearly $1 billion upside. If it goes to a verdict, I think we can get a lot more, he said. Again, the Wall Street Journal with the details. ConocoPhillips, meantime, Youngblood and his family allege ignored his family's claims to attract in the Eagle Ford Shale, one of the most productive oil regions in the nation, and that ConocoPhillips sided with a white family, the Korths, to streamline royalty payments and drill as quickly as possible. The Korths are also a defendant in Youngblood's lawsuit against ConocoPhillips, along with a mineral rights company called West 17th Resources. Now, the roots of the legal battle reach back to the years following the Civil War. Youngblood's ancestors, the Eckfords, acquired the land after they were freed from slavery. In the decades after they died, the claim to the rightful ownership became muddied. In taking up the fight for the Eckford side, Youngblood has become the champion of an extended family he didn't realize he had. While oil booms have been transformative for the bank accounts of countless landowners across Texas, few Black people have benefited, in part because they were widely dispossessed of property in the Jim Crow era, during which the Eckfords became landowners. Between 1910 and the end of the 20th century, Black farm operators nationally lost more than 90% of their land, according to Thomas Wilson Mitchell, a professor at Boston College Law School. 2012, whites managed more than 86% of farms in Texas, according to Texas A&M's Natural Resources Institute, while Blacks managed about 3%. Even if he loses, Youngblood, 67 years old, says it will have been worth the effort because the case brought his family closer as they try to honor their forebears' achievement after being freed from slavery. This is about legacy. Youngblood and his family clinched a preliminary victory this summer when a Texas jury said they co-owned the disputed land, which the Korths have ranched and hunted on since World War II. A final judgment was entered in this case earlier this month, and the lawsuit against ConocoPhillips, filed by Youngblood and his relatives, is now expected to move forward in a separate court. A family lawyer said ConocoPhillips denied wrongdoing in court filings. Christopher Kuhlander, a professor at South Texas College of Law, Houston, said that asking for over $900 million in damages seemed excessive, considering that the tract is only 147.5 acres. He said it would make sense for ConocoPhillips to side with the Korths if supporting their claim helped the company deal with fewer royalty owners. I'm not sure I like this professor. I don't agree. I'm not an expert, but the reasoning sounds flawed, kind of silly. The Eckford heirs' legal strategy has trod carefully on the subject of race, Youngblood said. In court, facing a white and Hispanic jury, the Youngblood family's lawyers focused on the paper trail of the land's ownership. Jury found Youngblood's family and the Korths were co-owners of the land. Smart, very smart. Family hopes this lawsuit against ConocoPhillips will unlock at least $900 million in damages. Sounds like a fair number to me. does, which his lawyer said would include unpaid royalties, lawyer fees, punitive damages. This money, Youngblood said, would benefit present and future generations in his family, regardless of the judgment. It's not going to change my life, he said, but for many of my relatives, it could be transformative. In the break, I was telling our crack producer, Alex, I believe I favor the Youngbloods. Now, I mean, their eyes, my eyes. I'm just, okay, it's not about the money. But the Reeds had those almond-shaped eyes. They're very distinct color.
I see it. I see it.
Do you see it?
Now that you took the glasses off, I'm seeing
not
it
trying to be
clear.
I believe that I could be one of the relatives. Okay, and I'm going to ask my daddy if we have Youngbloods in the family.
Just reach out. Absolutely, I think you could get a piece of that pie when it's finally divided. And you could retire. You won't even have to be, an excellent broadcaster anymore. You can just live off of that nice money.
I might just show up for fun. This story, though, the reason that professor ticked me off, it's too much money. What are you talking about? For generations, this could change lives. Money that wasn't there could have been their land, pride, money, oil, cattle. This is what reparations is all about, folks. 3% of the farmland now in Texas, 86% is white, 3% after having land, suddenly it just changed hands. Follow the money, follow the paperwork. I think the strategy is brilliant here. What do you say?
Folks got to understand that the country was founded as a colonial project. And what does that mean? Resource extraction. That's it. That's the name of the game since this place was, quote unquote, founded by the Europeans. And in the course of extracting said resources from the land, people get screwed over. That's the policy. That's a feature of the enterprise. It's not a bug. This is what they do. And so it's nice to see at least some people fighting to get some get back. But make no mistake about it, the entire point of the founding, quote unquote, of this place that we call America is resource extraction. Be it cotton, be it oil, be it whatever. And so, I can't say I'm surprised, but, it's nice. It's always heartening to see people fight back.
Yeah. Just look at the Tulsa. It wasn't a race riot. It was a massacre of Black people. It's called murder. You stole their property. You stole their land. And as I recall, on the 100th anniversary, Wozni, the mayor of Tulsa said, well, reparations would be something that would divide the city. Let's just start fresh. I don't want to start fresh. I just want what you stole from us. You also murdered people, and there should be consequences for that. Even if everyone's dead, there should be something published that says, oh, did you know your grandfather was part of that? And so it's not about vilifying people. It's about what this country does to rectify things for other people. That's what it is. What divides the city of Tulsa now is race, opportunity, lack thereof. And I see this as the same thing, Mr. Youngblood. Reach out if we're kin, because I too would like to join this fight.